Hi everyone. Alright, so today I'm going to be doing a video on one of the characters for Fear the Walking Dead. That character is Strand. And the reason why I'm doing this is because he is such an enigma that it actually is kind of fun to think about what he did before the actual zombie apocalypse itself started. Now, with that, what I'm going to go ahead and do is just, kind of go over some of the things that we've seen, heard some of the things that he's actually said, and kind of gauge from there what he actually was. I've already got a couple of ideas myself, but we're going to go ahead and start this up. So, our first time that we really got to see him, he was talking to Travis's neighbor. And I do forget the guy's name right now. Sorry. And he basically was talking to him and got him to start laughing so uncontrollably that he got kicked out. Well, he got basically removed from the cell. And from there is pretty much a death sentence. So, he pretty much sent him to his death without qualms or pretty much going, oh, no, don't take him away. And nothing of that sort. He just let them take him away. And then he went over and started talking to Nick, who was also in the same cell. And from there, kind of started saying that he could use somebody of Nick's ability. And he could pretty much peg people pretty quickly on what they, who or what they are, and kind of skill sets, and if they're going to be useful or not. He needed to get rid of the neighbor so that way he can then fully utilize his ability to escape or get out of a situation, or kind of use Nick to kind of go to where they needed to go to. So he also was able to negotiate really well with the military. He was knowing that the situation has changed. The material objects before, and he even kind of said the material objects before that were needed aren't going to be needed anymore, and that survival skills, survival abilities, and other basic necessities are what's going to be needed. So that kind of gives foresight that he kind of knew what was going on, and he knew that the entire world was going to change somehow, and he probably had a pretty damn good idea. And I'll kind of go a little bit more into that a little bit later. So, he was able to negotiate with the guards the first time, and being able to get a key so that way he can unlock himself from his jail cell. He bartered his watch for the key. Sorry, don't know why this is going on today. The next thing is that when they were going to take Nick away, he stopped the guys from being able to take them away, and he bartered his cufflinks, which were pretty expensive, to that same person that he got the key from, and basically successfully bartered it, and got it so that way Nick could come back in. And the guy said, well, if he turns, it's on you. And Strand was pretty much knew, no, he wasn't going to turn. He's probably just going through withdrawals. So he's really smart. He's really manipulative, is what I'm trying to get here. And he knows how to talk to people in order to get what he wants, and make them think that they're getting what they want at the same time. And later on, you find out that, the person that you're supposed to that was supposed to be his ride out is getting chewed on. And Nick's mom, dad, Nick's mom, and then Travis, and then Liza. Liza uses her key card to open the door so that way Nick and Strand can kind of come through. They all escape. And then Strand tells them where to go, basically to his house, and he says that they can't stay there. And when they're at the house, Nick talks to Strand, and Strand says, this is where we're going to be going, and he shows him the picture of Abigail. Well, it doesn't show a picture. He shows him through the binoculars Abigail, which is the boat that they're going to be going to. Now, on the boat, he's constantly been saying that no, they're not bringing people on. They're not going to be helpful. They're going to just be taking up resources. There's quite a few things along those lines, and he's been pretty adamant on not taking anyone on. And then he finally said it to Madison in episode 3 that the real danger on the water are people, and basically saying that everyone is a threat, not just people with guns, but everyone. And you don't know exactly who has a gun or who's carrying what. And I'm pretty much thinking that we're going to see that in episode 4. But as of right now, we don't exactly know what's going on in episode 4. But sorry. But he's kind of been doing that in the entire way. And he's kicked, well, he hasn't kicked a boy. He wanted to kick a boy off of the ship, even though Madison said that we're going to take him. And the brother came and kind of pulled the brother off. And that was in episode 2 where they went and met a family where the little girl killed herself and everything. But based off of everything from Strand and the fact that on his boat he has navigational charts to a place for Baja, Mexico. He has basically it's either a machine gun or submachine gun. Sorry, I'm not very knowledgeable about my guns. But he already has a destination idea, and he already has at least some gun, at least a gun to help protect himself, and he has an associate that he's talking to, who he's also trying to make sure gets to that same location. Now, this entire thing takes preparation. He had to have prior knowledge that something was going to go on. He had to be able to get prepared, and he said $10 million boat. So that means that he had to get the money from someplace. Now, I have a couple of ideas about this, and some of these I know people are going to argue with me about, and that's fine, because I'm willing to hear people's ideas, and that's just part of the fun of doing this. But I have a couple of ideas. I think maybe at one point in time he might have actually been in the military, and it's because of the way that he is the way that he tries to stick to a certain schedule, and kind of along those lines. I think that might have been when he was maybe really young, because he looks like he's in his 40s in Fear the Walking Dead. I could be wrong. Sorry, he looks like he's in his 40s, maybe early 50s. The other thing about it is I could actually see him because of the way that he is and the way that he's acted. His manipulation ability is maybe his ability to be able to get a boat like Abigail and kind of see ahead of time that he might have been a CIA agent, and he was looking for something out in Europe or out in a different continent or a different country. Came across it and found out that it was coming to his home, and he came back and he tried to basically get prepared for what was actually going to go on. Another idea about this is he could be an FBI agent as well, due to knowledge intelligence. They have to kind of figure things out from the inside, having to still deal with people that are trying to either get information or something of that sort, and him kind of realizing what's going on and him starting to prepare, and he's using government resources to kind of purchase this stuff on the sly without people really realizing what is going on. That's another potentiality. Also, FBI knowing of certain places that are maybe right across the border. Baja, Mexico is just right across the border from California, from Arizona. So knowing places where maybe certain drug cartels would be coming from and their hideouts could be one thing. And that place that he's thinking of going to, he might know of as a drug runner, or drug cartel's hideout. And he's thinking he's going to go there, and he's thinking that, well, they're not going to be there. They're going to be they're in a different location at that point in time. And when they actually, if they actually get there, now they're running into, Mexican drug cartel who is actually staying there. And that could be a different possibility. But I think it's either, I don't think he's I don't think he's honestly an entrepreneur. I think he was with the government in some way, shape, or form, to have that kind of advanced knowledge and kind of be able to see certain things. So yeah, I'm thinking FBI or CIA. If other people want to bring in ideas or that, please leave your comments below. This is already about 11 minutes and 15 seconds long, so I'm going to go ahead and end it here. So, I mean, if you all enjoyed this video, please click like. Please subscribe to my channel. Please leave comments below on what you think about Strand. And I might do this for other people as well. More specifically, I might do this for Madison, especially once we start knowing just a little bit more about her, because she's still a little bit too enigmatic for me to really do anything. But Strand has kind of shown quite a bit already, and kind of Madison too. But yeah, I want to wait a little bit more for her. So thank you all for watching this video, and I'm going to go ahead and sign off from here. Alright, have a good day.